Hello, today we're going to be completing an end of module review together. So in order to do today's lesson, you're going to need to have one of two things. So before we get started, I want you to either go ahead and download and print the PDF that I've included underneath the video, and then you can follow along and complete your work right next to each question. Or you can just get a blank piece of paper and a pencil and you'll be able to write down your answers as well. So go ahead and get one of those two things, push pause, and then come on back when you're ready to get started. Okay, let's get started. The first question that we're going to solve together is going to review and use our tape diagram method that we have been learning. I'm going to read. As I'm reading, I'm going to get ready with my pointer to go ahead and highlight important numbers. Please get your pencil ready. It says, Mandy bought 6 chocolate cupcakes and 6 vanilla cupcakes. How many cupcakes did she buy? Now I'm going back up, and I knew that there were 6 that were chocolate, so that's my label, and I knew that there were 6 that were vanilla, so that is my label. When it asks how many did she buy, even though there's not the key word there, I know that this is an addition problem. It wants us to add them all together. So go ahead, push pause, draw me a tape diagram, and solve. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put away my pen, and then I'm going to click to reveal our answer. If you got 12, good for you. You did an awesome job. You should have drawn 6 circles in a straight row. Then you should have drawn a box around those 6 because that was the part we knew. Then you should have drawn 6 more circles with another box that joins on to make one long piece of tape. I hope you labeled your whole, which is 12. You should have gone ahead and labeled that 6 of them were chocolate. So you should have wrote the word chocolate. And 6 were vanilla. You should have had the word vanilla. Good job. Let's go on to our next one. Again, we have another word problem. I'm ready. I got to get my pointer ready. And you get your pencil. Here we go. Mandy had 11 friends at her party. Some of them went outside to go swimming. There were 5 friends remaining in the house. How many friends went swimming? Well, if I know that the word is remaining, that means some of them must have left. That tells me that this is probably a subtraction problem. I'm thinking in my head when we drew those number bonds that 11 is my whole, because in the story it said 11 friends were at her party. So I know that's how many in all. But then it says some of them went outside to go swimming. Do I know how many? Nope, that's what I'm trying to solve. But then it tells me that there are 5 remaining. So that is going to go over here. So right now, I'd like you to pause the video, and I'd like you to try to draw a tape diagram and solve to see how many friends went swimming. All right, awesome, boys and girls. I'm ready to reveal the answer. You should have gotten 6 as your missing part. If I were doing this, I would have started by drawing all 11, because when we know the whole, we start by drawing the whole. So you should have drawn 11 circles in a straight line. I wanted 10 white ones and 1 black. Then the part I know is 5. So you should have counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and drawn your line down. When you did that, you should have counted that there were 6 more. So 6 was our missing answer. And if you were good about putting labels, you could have said the 5 were remaining. So you could have put remain right here. And then these ones went swimming. So you could have wrote that. Good job. All right, this one is a little different. Now, question number 4 is asking us to fill the missing numbers in the sequence. So if you're counting 22, 23, they want you to fill in what 3 numbers come next. Pause the video, fill in your numbers. Okay, let's click to reveal. You should have wrote the numbers 24, 25, and 26. Let's try another one. Question 5 is another sequencing problem. This time, what numbers are missing. Pause it and fill them in. Okay, let's click to reveal. You should have gotten the numbers 6, 8, and 10 in the missing blanks. You're doing awesome. All right, we're moving on to question number 8. This time, we have to use inequality symbols, less than, equal, or greater than, to compare the two numbers. I think I'm going to do the first one with you. So I'm going to go ahead and get my pen ready, and I'm going to read 1, 10, 10 ones. If I was going to solve, I would draw one quick 10, and then I'm going to draw 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And whenever I have a group of 10, you want to put them inside a box. So that would mean I have two groups of 10, which is the same as the number 20. 10, 20. Now I have the number 110. There it is. 2 ones. 1, 2. When I'm counting this, I say 10, 11, 12. That's my number 12. So if you have 20 and you have 12, which is the bigger number? Well, you should have put in greater than symbol eating up that 20 because it likes to eat the bigger number, and 20 is bigger than 12. All right, now I'd like you to try one by yourself. Who is bigger, 20 or 2 10s? Pause and figure this out. Okay, you should have realized that 2 10s, 10, 20 is the number 20, so they are equal. How about this one? 1 10, 3 ones, or the number 13. Go ahead and solve. Okay, when I click to reveal, this is another one that is equal. 1 10 and 3 ones is the number 13. This one we are going to do together. When you are trying to do 10 more, 10 less, 1 more, 1 less, one strategy is using the arrow method. So we are going to use the arrow method together. When I see the words 10 more, that tells me I am adding, because more is getting bigger, and I'm adding a group of 10. Now my number 18 is already here for me. So if I'm only adding 10, I want to pay attention to the tens place. If I have one group of 10 and I add another group, now I have 2 10s. The 8 doesn't change. I didn't touch the ones place, so he's going to come right back over, and 10 more than 18 would be 28. Let's try the next one. This time it wants 10 less than 18. If I'm doing less, that means I'm taking away, so minus a group of 10. So here's my tens place. If I have 1 and I take a group of them away, I'm going to get 0 groups of 10, and the 8 is going to stay the same. When I have a 0 in the tens place, I don't need to read that. I can just say this is the number 8. Sometimes it looks just like this. You don't need a 0 in front of it. 1 more than 18. I know this time more means I'm adding, but I'm not adding a group of 10. I'm just adding 1. So this time I'm paying attention to the ones place. My 8 is going to come 1 more, which will make it 9. And my group of 10s did not change, so I just bring that 1 over. 1 more than 18 is 19. 1 less than 18. I'm going to take away 1 this time. So I'm taking not anything away from the 10s, but away from the 1s. So if I have 8 ones and I take 1 away, now I have 7. I'm going to bring that 1 over. So 1 less than 18 is 17. So we did a great job with the arrow method, and our answers should be the same as the ones on my screen. Let's continue. Now, boys and girls, we're going to do some work with some subtracting double-digit numbers. When you subtract, you could use a couple different strategies. One strategy would be to decompose. Another strategy would be to draw quick tens. And the last strategy is to use mental math, because sometimes you just know this. And this one is a good one, and to give an example of mental math. If you have 20 and you take 10 away, you might know right away the answer to this problem. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get my pointer ready again, and I'm going to show you using quick tens. So if I have the number 20, that's the same as 10, 20 in my quick tens. Now when I'm subtracting, I'm going to cross off, and I want to cross off a group of 10. So if I take one of those groups of 10 away, I'm left with one group of 10. So my answer would be 10. Now, if we click the screen for the answer, they show you another way is because there are 0 ones, you kind of just can think taking those away, and 2 minus 1 would be the same as 1. So 20 minus 10, you just add a 0, it's 10. All right, let's try another one. 15 plus 2. Now, whenever I see a very small number being added, I think of that strategy counting on. This would be a really easy one to go ahead and put 15 in your head and just draw your 2 circles and count on. 15, 16, 17. That's easy peasy. I don't think we need to draw quick tens to figure that one out. I mean, you could, but it's super easy to just count on. In this example, they decomposed. And if you decompose, you have to remember that once you break it apart, you want to add those ones. So 5 and 2 more give you 7. You have 10 and 7 more, that gives you 17. So that's another way you could have solved. Remember, there's lots of different strategies. It doesn't matter which one you use as long as you come up with the right answer. All right, I want you to try 5 plus 16. I am going to ask you to pause the video, solve it, and come back and we'll check your work. Okay, boys and girls, the answer is 21. Some of you might have broke it down with quick tens. Some of you might have decomposed. As long as you got the number 21, you're good to go. If you did not get the number 21, then I need you to check with an adult of what mistake you made and have them talk you through it. Let's move on. 5 plus 15. Pause it and solve and come on back when you're ready. Okay, I am going to reveal the answer should have been 20. I hope you got that same solution. 20 plus 12. All right, I want you to go ahead and solve it. Okay, let's check to see if you were right. Did you get 32? Now look at the unique way that they did this. This is called splitting tens. I have decomposed the 20 into 10 and 10, decomposed 12 into 10 and 2, and look at that gives us 10, 20, 30, 32. That's a cool way to do it. All right, 13 plus 12. Go ahead and solve. All right, let's check to see if you were right. Did you get 25? You did. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing an awesome job. All right, number 20. Let's try 16 plus 14. Ready to check your work? All right. Did you get 30? Good job. Again, any of the ones that you did not get the same answer as Mrs. Scanlon, make sure you go back and check your work. It's really important for your brain to grow. When you make mistakes, your brain actually grows even bigger. So just fix those mistakes. Boys and girls, I am so very excited that you joined me today. We did some really hard work. So thank you for doing that, because every time you work, you get smarter. And I really appreciate all the hard work that you're doing in this home learning. I know it's tough, but you keep going, okay? The more you do it, the better you get, the more your brain's gonna grow. And I really appreciate you watching today. See you soon. Bye.